Happy Saturday, foodie friends, grain-free VIPs. Welcome to today's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode where our topic is help! I'm overwhelmed by a grain-free holiday season and I don't know what to do. My name is Nina Blake. I'm coming to you live from my kitchen in Oakdale, Connecticut. And as you are being notified that I'm live here, could you please say hello? And if you're catching the replay, could you like, share, and subscribe? That helps others find this. So why would you be overwhelmed by a grain-free, allergy-friendly holiday season? Everything about a grain-free, allergy-friendly holiday season is overwhelming. From the stuff that you're going to eat, right, to who you're going to spend time with, and the list goes on. So the first thing I'm going to do, right, before we get into the weeds, is I'm going to give you permission to ditch whatever isn't working. If you're looking at your traditional Thanksgiving menu and you're like, I have no clue, I don't know how to do this, do something different. If you are going someplace and they've invited you and there's one thing you can eat, maybe don't go. Go for dessert. I'm not saying abandon your friends and family at all. I'm saying have a holiday that makes you happy. And whatever it is that makes you happy is going to be different for each of you. So 3 years ago, I decided I was going to do an entire grain-free Thanksgiving feast. And oh my gosh, it was awesome. I had appetizers. I had turkey. I had stuffing. Okay? I had pie. I had cranberry sauce. Of course I had gravy. I had mashed potatoes. What else did I have? Oh, I had chocolate chip cookies because it's not a party at my house unless you have chocolate chip cookies. Now, what allergens do we avoid at my house? We avoid apples, almonds, bananas, beef, blueberries, cassava, corn, dairy, eggs, all grains, peas, pork, potatoes, soy, pineapples, oranges, sweet potatoes, sunflower, active yeast, and benzoic acid. And we were still able to eat a feast with soup and appetizers. I had garlic bread, okay? I had crispy garlic bread. It was so good. And do you know what I learned? First thing I learned was I could do it. And the second thing I learned was I don't like to do it. So Thanksgiving at my house is very different now. Now, if you want that traditional Thanksgiving feast, I have a one-page get-it-done guide of how I did everything that year. What day I did when, what was on the stove while I was making something else so that I could do it in manageable bites because I do work full-time and I do not work in the food industry. So I'm not working from home by any means. So if you want that get-it-done guide, could you just drop the word Thanksgiving in the comments and I will reach out to you and get you that get it done guide. Okay, so how are you going to have a grain-free, allergy-friendly holiday season and not be overwhelmed? Okay, all right. You're gonna get, I give you my permission to ditch what is not working for you. Okay, embrace safe foods. Okay, find new recipes early, practice them. Thanksgiving Day is not the time to be trying a recipe for the first time. We don't want any holiday heroes. We want to know that what we eat is food that we can really enjoy. Okay. Now you can have a traditional Thanksgiving feast with all the trimmings from soup to turkey to stuffing to gravy, like the whole deal. And my VIPs have that option. This morning, I was just teaching them about how we make a grain-free stuffing, how we roast our turkey, and mac and cheese, how we get a creamy mac and cheese without grains, without top allergens. So if that sounds like something that you would like, go ahead and drop VIP below. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to say it over and over again. I give you permission to ditch what isn't working. And that was one of the hardest things for me to do. But let me tell you, my first Thanksgiving, I cheated. Yep, I did. I'd only been grain-free for a month. And the agonizing stomach ache did not go away for at least a week. Please don't do that. Please, spare yourself the agony, okay? I'm not giving you permission to step away from your grain-free lifestyle. I'm giving you permission to ditch what isn't working. The next year, I brought my willpower to the party. And my willpower allowed me to not have any grains. So I sat there and I watched everybody enjoy a grain-based holiday. And I had a piece of turkey, and I had some safe soup that I had brought from home, and I had green beans and broccoli, and I had a chocolate chip cookie bar, and that was my Thanksgiving. And that's not something that I wish on anybody. Your holiday feast should be something that you truly enjoy, that when you sit down to your meal, you're like, yes, I am the queen, I am the king. Your kids feel like they have the best meal ever, that nobody could ever get at a restaurant. That's the type of meal that I want you to have on Thanksgiving, and I know I can help you do it. You want a sneak peek? Can I show you? Okay. This is my maple pecan pie. You're like, maple pecan pie. There's no grains. It does use pecans, so there is a top allergen in it. Pecans are the only top allergen in it. It's got no legumes. It's got no lectins. It's the next recipe coming to my VIP recipe box. Why? Because I can't stop eating it. I've been working on this recipe for months. VIPs, you're going to have it in time for Thanksgiving. I just gave you my pumpkin ginger pie. Okay, I'm going away from things. I need to stay back to not being overwhelmed. I will have squirrel moments. I will go down rabbit holes with you. I'm not going to tell you about the pie because we're going to focus on the topic. If you want to know about the pie, put pie below. Okay. All right. So we said we're going to embrace safe foods. Okay. So let's say green beans are one of your safe foods. Great. How can you make those green beans special for the holiday? Do you need a dairy-free cheese sauce recipe to jazz that up? Okay. Ooh, maybe you're going to put some bacon on those green beans. Maybe you're going to make a chemical-free green bean casserole so that you don't have the nasty chemicals that come in that can with a grain-free breadcrumb topping. Embrace those safe foods. Now, you're not going to break these recipes Thanksgiving morning. Please don't do that. Please, 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 no. Don't be the holiday hero who's like, going to try and do it all on Thanksgiving because either you're not going to eat or you'll be eating at midnight and it will just be sadness. Do not do that, right? Practice those recipes ahead of time. And the good thing is, if they fail, they fail. Ditch them. It doesn't affect your holiday because when things don't turn out right, it tanks everything. We doubt ourselves. We feel like we've disappointed our family. We're not doing that. We are going to have the best holiday for ourselves. Now, if you're one of my grain-free VIPs, you know that I teach you to meal prep. I teach you how to organize systems so that you're making, you take 2 hours and you can get everything done. Okay? So definitely use those time-saving techniques. Okay? You want to practice your new recipes in advance so that you know what you're eating. You know what's going to take a little longer to bake. You know how long you're going to need your oven for. Don't start the day of. When I cooked my traditional Thanksgiving feast with no grains, with no top allergens, I started on Sunday. I made my soup on Sunday and I froze it. And I made my pie crust on Monday and I baked it on Wednesday. Everything was fresh and delicious, but I did very little cooking on Thanksgiving Day, with the exception of, what did I cook Thanksgiving Day? Obviously, I made the turkey. I made the gravy. I made cookie bars. Yeah, because I have 2 ovens. So while the turkey was roasting, I made some appetizers. What did we have that year? Oh, we had garlic bread, and that was really good. Crispy garlic bread to nibble on while the turkey is roasting. But when I did that, my whole day was about cooking and cleaning. So what am I doing this year so that I am not overwhelmed? Okay, we are having a Thanksgiving casserole and appetizers. We are doing grilled flatbread bites with like a pizza topping and tuna topping on others. And so it's just the 2 of us. We're going to have a holiday that we love. So let's do a quick recap, okay? I'm giving you permission to ditch anything that is not working. Ditch the menu that isn't working. Ditch the people who say, we don't know what to feed you. Go see them after you eat, okay? You are not responsible to cater a grain-free, allergy-friendly Thanksgiving for 25 people. Now, one year I was invited somewhere and I said, okay, but I'm bringing my own food because your turkey is stuffed and that makes it so I can't eat it. And yes, I'll have the salad that you make, but literally salad was the only safe food I could have. So they said, well, just make sure you bring enough for everyone to try. So I did. And I walked in with Christmas crates, you know, the kind that you usually put your holiday decorations in, but mine were full of food and I had two. And so I had sweet potato casserole, and I had mashed potatoes, and I had stuffing, and I had gravy, and I had turkey that I had cooked. And everybody was like, whoa, this is all grain free. But it was a whole lot of work. So please don't put that obligation on yourself. Do what you need to do. Ditch what isn't working and have fun. Lean into what you are excited to do, right? Those safe foods, especially the ones you really enjoy. If chocolate chip cookies are your favorite, make sure you have them. If brownies are your favorite, make sure you have them. If you need pumpkin pie, I need pumpkin pie, I really do. I'm having pumpkin ginger pie this year. Practice that recipe now. If you're like, Nina, you're having pumpkin ginger pie, put pie below so I can reach out to you. All right. Now, my awesome VA Arlene, she is saving you time all the time. She has put my calendar link there. You can also schedule an appointment with me so that we can do a consult and see if my recipes are a good fit for you. Remember, there's no grains, there's no dairy, no egg, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame. Many are nightshade free, many are lectin and legume free, and my maple pecan pie, totally cane sugar free too. So good. Why am I not eating it now? Because I promised my husband I would save it for dessert tonight because we have eaten an entire pie in a week. Guess what I'm doing tomorrow? Making more pie, of course. Okay. So you're going to practice new recipes in advance. If you are a VIP, waiting in my recipe box for you is an entire Thanksgiving cookbook. Don't let the pumpkin pie pass you by. Okay? Open that up and you can start practicing today. Pumpkin pie, pie crust, mashed potato soup. So good for leftovers. Maple ginger honey nut squash. You'll forget you ever tasted butternut. This is so much better. Okay? Now, you can have that traditional Thanksgiving feast. And if you want that, I have 2 appointments open on my calendar. Use my calendar link. Book a call with me and we'll see if my Thanksgiving recipes are a good fit for you. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about is building blocks. And you're like, Legos? No, not Legos. But once you understand your building blocks, you can break any recipe using a building block recipe. And if you're like, what? Okay, let me break it down. A building block recipe is a recipe like my flour blend, my egg replacer, my butter, my mayonnaise, what others? A simple, my dairy-free ranch seasoning, my dairy-free easy cheese powder. When I look at a recipe, no matter where it's from, whether it's from your grandma, if you're one of my VIPs and you've brought your grandma's shortbread recipe to our coaching session, or if I'm looking to break a recipe and I say, okay, starts with this, this, and this, I go to my building blocks. And then with the building block recipes and the techniques, we can get those recipes, like the maple pecan pie, on your table in a short amount of time. It doesn't have to take forever. You don't have to sit there drooling, watching other people enjoy your family traditions. You can eat safely. You can enjoy your family traditional foods this Thanksgiving. So use my calendar link. We'll hop on a call and we will make your holiday season the most delicious ever. Why? Because the possibilities are endless when you break a recipe.